Hello everybody and welcome to Artificial Wrestling with me, Aatif Nawaz. Today I'm going to be talking about WWE No Mercy 2017. Now this video will contain spoilers, so it goes without saying, if you haven't seen it yet, turn off this video, go watch WWE No Mercy 2017, then come back, watch my video and leave a comment below telling me what you thought of the event and my thoughts and all that. Now No Mercy took place at the sold out Staples Center in Los Angeles, California. The sold out, which was more than 16,000, something like that in terms of the crowd. They were very keen to point that out. I guess they've heard about some of these leaked pictures of SmackDown arenas that have been doing the rounds online. It's important to remember, guys, this was sold out. The first match was on the pre-show. It was Apollo Crews versus Elias. Elias on the guitar is superb. Elias and Apollo Crews, they go back and forth eventually. Elias gets the win. That's the pre-show done. The first match of the main show was The Miz, the Intercontinental Champion, versus Jason Jordan. Now, Jason Jordan got a chance to show off some of his athletic prowess, loads of suplexes. And The Miz showed off a lot of those heel mannerisms, a lot of those facial expressions. It was very, very good. Eventually, via shenanigans from The Miztourage, The Miz retains and continues his epic Intercontinental title reign. Long may it continue. Next, we have Finn Balor versus Bray Wyatt. Man versus man, as opposed to man versus demon, I guess. Basically, he wasn't wearing the makeup this time around. Now, to be honest with you, I was kind of done with this feud. Like, for me, the feud was over. It started quite interesting. You know, you had Bray Wyatt attacking Finn Balor. He came in with his brand new leather jacket, and before he could even get his leather jacket off, Finn Balor was attacked immediately by Bray Wyatt. That he had to leave the arena, or on his way out, Bray calls him back in because he calls him a coward. Babyfaces cannot be called coward and stand for it. It was a very, very good match, actually. In terms of story, I was done with it, but the match was very, very engaging. Excellent performances in the ring. Finn Balor gets a conclusive 1, 2, 3 once again. Hopefully now they can go their separate ways. Now the next match on the card was for the Raw Tag Team Championships. The champions, Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose versus Sheamus and Cesaro. Anyway, I think they go by The Bar now. And this was a fantastic match, very, very engaging, probably match of the night, but it will always be remembered as the match where poor Cesaro lost his tooth. His tooth went flying out. There was blood everywhere, all over the place. Now, Cesaro is a beast of a human being. He finished the full match. He didn't phone anything in. He went for it properly, all of his spots. I think the crowd really, really appreciated it. You could hear them really backing the play. My favorite spot was probably where Cesaro delivered a power bomb to Seth Rollins onto Dean Ambrose in the ring for a really, really cool false finish. I was really into that one. Eventually, there's a bit of a bump in between Sheamus and Cesaro. Seth and Dean combined to deliver that kind of mixed dirty deeds move. The tag team champions retain their titles. I don't really know what's next for Seth and Dean. Like, it feels like they're above the tag team championship at this point, but ultimately there's only a few spots in the main event scene, so it makes sense to keep them in this holding position. For Sheamus and Cesaro, you'd hope that eventually they can get over to SmackDown and get involved in that hot, hot feud between the Usos and the New Day. Next up, we have the fatal five-way match for the Raw Women's Championship. Alexa Bliss defending against Bayley, Sasha Banks, Nia Jax, and Emma. Now, this was a very cool match. All the women got to show off their particular skill sets. We had Nia Jax being very strong, taking a few very dangerous bumps as well. Some great chain wrestling from Sasha Banks. Some great Bayley to Baileys from Bayley. Even Emma got some moves in. Eventually, Alexa Bliss plants Bayley with a DDT for the win. Isn't it great to see the DDT used as more than just a transitional move, as a decisive title retaining move? I love it. Alexa Bliss is a super hot heel right now. It's great to see her title reign continue. Can't wait to see what happens next between her and Nia Jax. And next up, we have one of our two main events of No Mercy. This is a big one. The two big dogs of WWE. John Cena versus Roman Reigns. And before this match, I've got to say that video package was amazing. Now, WWE always do amazing video packages at the best of times, but this was right up there with the best of them. Mwah! When John Cena entered, he was unanimously cheered. I don't remember the last time John Cena was unanimously cheered by a live audience. That was amazing. And Roman Reigns got booed pretty badly. John Cena was clearly enjoying himself. I think everybody knew that it was going to be his last match for a while, and he properly enjoyed himself, smiling to the camera, joking and winking to the crowd, and he put Roman over very, very strongly. John Cena delivered an AA, a super AA, a double AA, but ultimately came short. Roman Reigns hit him with a DDT through the tables and a spear. And between the two of them, it was enough to put John Cena down. Really classy move from Roman as well to leave the ring for John Cena so he could enjoy a moment with the crowd who showed their appreciation with a "Thank you, Cena" chant. I hope he does well in Hollywood. Like, I'd watch his movies. I really would. Next, we have the Cruiserweight Championship match between Enzo Amore and the champion, Neville. Now, Enzo came out dressed as Beetlejuice for some reason. For most of the match, he took a pounding. It looked like it was going to be a squash match until sort of 90% of the way through the match, where randomly Enzo go back into it, kicked him in the nuts, low blow, and then that was good for the 1-2-3, and we got a new champion. Enzo Amore is the Cruiserweight Champion of WWE. And then we move on to the main event. Now, this match, everybody's been excited about. This was selling the whole pay-per-view. This was the match that everybody wanted to see. Braun Strowman versus Brock Lesnar. We even got a tail of the tape to start this match off. How tall are they both? How big are they both? How many titles have they both won? And it started quite interesting. Like, Braun was strong, like he was taking it to Brock Lesnar. And the crowd were really into it. And then all of a sudden, everything died because of the Kimura lock. Now, the Kimura lock is obviously a big move in mixed martial arts. Obviously, it hurts like hell, not disputing that. But for the live crowd, it just sucked the energy out of the room because it's not really a visual move. It's not really a pro wrestling move. I think WWE overestimated the crowd response it would get. And watching at home, it didn't really hit particularly hard. And it took the oomph out of the match. And after that, Brock delivered a bunch of suplexes, 6 in a row. And it just took one F5 to put away the monster among men, Braun Strowman. One F5. Well, I expected a little bit more from Braun. I wanted more from the match, but it just felt kind of flat. So Brock retains the Universal Championship. It seems he's still destined to fulfill WWE's original plans of Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 34. But where does Braun go from here? He was getting a monster push. Does that continue? Who does he go on to next? Is there going to be a rematch with Brock Lesnar? And if not, who does Brock Lesnar move on to? He's still got a long way to go to WrestleMania. Who does Roman feud with next? Is he going to go after the IC Championship? Why is he going to be on Miz TV tomorrow? Maybe they're going to do one of those things where Roman Reigns wins the Intercontinental Championship and Brock Lesnar is the Universal Champion, and they do one of those Ultimate Challenge type things, you know, where Ultimate Warrior was Intercontinental Champion and Hulk Hogan was World Champion, and they met at WrestleMania. Maybe that's what this is. Or maybe they just haven't worked it out yet and they're just planning things. Either way, that was a fun show. I think No Mercy was good. The finish took a few points off it. It took the edge off the show. I would give it 7 out of 10. I enjoyed almost all of the matches. They were very, very good. Very entertaining show. Just let down by a slightly flat main event. What did you think of No Mercy? Make sure you leave me a comment below. Make sure you share, like, and subscribe. Is Brock going to keep the belt till WrestleMania? What do you think? This has been Artificial Wrestling. I'm Aatif Nawaz, and I will see you next time.